solo when I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm that, don't get confused, cause even when the prayed I didn't lose. Machine.
I done seen the best stuff from Jan up. 25 to life in the gas tank.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the second-round pick in 2018.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll run here with Balazs. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now here comes Kansas City. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Steps away to his left, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Rosen to throw on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a first down carry by Bell. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Second down, Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
After the interception, here's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Balaj. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
No, check, Patriot!
On the toss, here's Balaj. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Gun!
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So still no touchdowns in the 1st half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, Being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And out come the Chiefs now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now it's Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 9, and just like that, it's third down. From the gun, it's Jackson looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, L.A. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
On play action, Rosen. And it's caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. In for the score. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Balaj. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And Conley's got it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that. But I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Caught here by Conley. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Catanzaro missed it. That is no good. Wide to the right. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run it with Village. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Shaquille Barrett coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jackson from the shotgun. And an alley to run. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson operating from the gun toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Jackson. And he fit. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. He's got the hook up with Conley, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. That's Samuel, caught left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Leopard!
The drive will commence with a run by Balazs. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson on 1st down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Back 99
try and get the running game going with Bell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. The give is to Bell. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. A give to Bell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen going deep for Hopkins. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They give him a gain of 38. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
Leopard! Leopard!
He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Detroit! 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 No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Darboh. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Jackson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's got his man. It's Darboh. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got that one complete to Darboh. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that's incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll run it here. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is recovered. By the Chargers. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Rosen to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll start with a give here to Blanche. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2.